Breaking news because the 5 gets results, maybe. Eric Swalwell is resigning from Congress. He said this in a statement. I am deeply sorry to my family, staff, and constituents for mistakes in judgment I've made in my past. I will fight the serious false allegation made against me. However, I must take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes I did make. I am aware of efforts to bring an immediate expulsion vote against me and other members. Expelling anyone in Congress without due process within days of an allegation being made is wrong, but it's also wrong for my constituents to have me distracted from my duties. Therefore, I plan to resign my seat in Congress. I will work with my staff in the coming days to ensure they are able, in my absence, to serve the needs of the good people of the 14th Congressional District. So Max Gordon, he's out in California. He's got the latest for us. I had you on Newsroom this morning. This is quite a turn of events.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this isn't necessarily unexpected, but it is definitely a shock to the political world. You know, he was a leading candidate for California governor just a couple of days ago, but then this bombshell report came out in the San Francisco Chronicle with allegations that he sexually assaulted a woman while he was, or she was one of his staffers. Then CNN came out with a separate report interviewing 3 additional women, saying that there was some sexual impropriety that had gone on. It was really just a weekend of implosion for his campaign, where we had staffers quitting, and then we had the Democratic establishment telling Swalwell that he should drop out of the race for California governor. He then did that on Sunday evening, and then now today we see that he is going to be vacating his congressional seat. We had calls for him to step down from his congressional seat as well. So, you know, this is really going to be sending shockwaves throughout the political world, but not necessarily unexpected.
And who stands to benefit? Got to ask yourself about it. Who stands to benefit? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson. It is Monday night, 9 p.m., April 13th, 2026. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. When you first heard about it Friday evening, what did you think? I was going to jump on and do a story. I'm like, no, let's just wait. Let's just wait. Allegations, and then boom. Kind of makes you think, where there's smoke, there's fire. He said he's going to fight it, but he resigned. Well, he resigned because, look, he's got to keep his position that he has. Got to keep folks focused, right? What do you think? Good old California. There was a thing about back in the day, well, would the former vice president, Kamala Harris, run? Nope. Now this gentleman, he's out. Who does that leave? And you know, when you think about it, he's going to file his paperwork tomorrow. That's the day that Titanic hit. On 4/14 is when the Titanic hit. I thought about all of those things, like, wow, isn't that something? He's going to file the paperwork on the day that the iceberg hit the Titanic? Interesting.
He made the news that he would not be seeking the race for governor in California, and this all comes up after new news that even the Manhattan DA says that Swalwell is under investigation over alleged sexual assault after a New York City gala. And then also today, Florida Republican Representative Luna says support may be there to expel Swalwell from Congress, and said that there may be enough support in the House to expel him following bombshell accusations that he sexually assaulted multiple women. And again, we have been keeping an eye on this story for you, but the news broke late Friday, and then over the weekend continued to grow. There was more reporting on this, and the allegations continued. Swalwell has said that he will fight them, but again, giving up the race for governor in California.
Let's look at this thing here. The governor's race is March 3rd. 2026. March 3rd, 2026. March 3rd, 2026. Today is April 13th, 2026. The difference is 622. Now the reporter called it a bombshell. Yeah, bombshell news. Bombshell report. What happened on 622 of 2025? Wow. Didn't America hit Iran on 622? Operation Midnight Hammer? Coincidence, huh? Seems like a lot of events reflect current events, huh? Then we got, let me see here. His birthday, let me see. What else we got here? U.S. Representative SWALWELL to quit Congress following sexual misconduct allegations. U.S. Representative Eric Swalwell said on Monday he will resign from the U.S. Congress, from the House of Representatives, bowing to pressure from both Democrats and Republicans to leave Congress or face expulsion following sexual misconduct allegations that upended his campaign for governor. He really didn't have no choice. He's getting pressure from both sides. He had no choice. So yeah, that's what's going on. He's gonna file that paperwork, I said, tomorrow. Had another rep too, right? Here he is here, Eric Swalwell. He is an American politician who has served as a U.S. representative since 2013. He was first elected from California's 15th Congressional District 2012 and served until 2023 when the new maps were drawn. There he is there, Swalwell. Now, you got a few things going on here. Let's look at 4/14, 11/16. 11/16. 11/16/1980. That's his birthday. 11/16/1980. And he's 45 like Trump. Like I said, a lot of events, they reflect current events, right? November 16, 1980, 45. 11/16/1980, his birthday. April 14, 2026, he's gonna file the paperwork. The difference is 45 years like Trump. 45. And then we got the 149, almost forgot about that, 149 days. Also, he's old. He's 45 years old and 149 days old. The 149th day of the year, people, is May 29th. Now follow me on this. From tomorrow when he files his paperwork, April 14th, in relation to his birthday, is 45 years and 149. The 149th day of the year is May 29th. And guess what? May 29th is JFK's birthday. Look, you know how I am, you know how I think. When I see things happening numerically and it points to something, I go down the rabbit hole. I'm not saying this allegation ain't true. I'm just saying, look at where it's leading. JFK. Okay, now what else we got? We got Abraham Lincoln in there too. How do we have that? His birthday is February 12th. Well, we look at the numbers. Not only is it 45 weeks and 149 days, it's 45 years, 21 weeks and 2 days, 212. So the 212 is Abe Lincoln. You know what happened to them? Trump called them consequential presidents back in the day. Remember the videos I ran? Call them consequential presidents. Now, the Titanic went down on April 14th, 1912. Lincoln died April 14th, 1865. And tomorrow, Swalwell will sign his paperwork on the same day, April 14th. Look at this here. We already got that for Lincoln. Go down the road here. Swalwell was elected January 3rd, 2013. January 3rd, 2013, April 13th is the day. 4848. Remember on April 8th, 2024, an X was in the sky, an eclipse? So XX. Wow. What else we got? He's from California. California is the 31st state in the Union. 9/9/1850 is the date of California. Okay, what else we got? Sexual misconduct allegation. Come out to 333 like Masonic. And 108. We just finished the 108th birthday of JFK last year on 5/29. Abraham Lincoln's birthday, we got that already, right? And then we got his death date. How does that work? Let me see. Okay, we got this here. Abraham Lincoln's birthday, April 15th, 1865. April 15th, 1980. Anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's death date, November 16th, 1980. What's that? SWALWELL's birthday, right? November 16th. November 16th. November 16th. Where is he at? He should be right here. He is right here. Eric Swalwell's birthday, November 16th. So, November 16th, right here, 1980, from April 15th, 1980, gives you 7/2 and 2/16. The 216th day of the year is August 4th, Barack Obama's birthday. And 7/2, let's look at that, people. Because they speak in here, believe it or not. This is about the war. The USS Gerald Ford, oh, you know what? The USS Abraham Lincoln. There you go. See that there? The USS Abraham Lincoln is out there in the Middle East right now getting ready for war. It's number 72. And guess what? 7/2. Isn't it funny how they allegedly put all this stuff together? Tell me what you think. It's crazy how this stuff just comes together. It seems like every major event in America, just not nationally, but internationally, it speaks to our times. Well, I'm Friendship Pearson. Just wanted to cover that. This guy is toast, huh? He's toast. What do you think? What do you think? When you think about the timing of it, wow. They're going to have hearings, I'm sure, unless there's going to be an alleged out-of-court settlement. Got to see if the DA is involved. We'll see how far it goes. All right, people, stay tuned. God bless.